Could you deny this hat? I definitely could not deny this hat.
Hello, internet friends. No, I am not in Florida yet. We're still in Vegas for just a short period of time. But today I am going thrifting and I'm taking you guys along with me. I have a list of specific things that I'm looking for today. The number one thing on my list is elevated basics. I was watching Who is Aaron Carter the other day. My toxic personality trait is looking up, while I'm watching the show, looking up who did the wardrobe styling for certain shows and where they got all the clothes from. It seemed like Cezanne, Aritzia, and Other Stories were the three brands that they really picked from, but I absolutely loved everything about her wardrobe. It was such a classic style look. It wasn't too over the top. It wasn't making like crazy statements, but also at the same time, it was just a very like well-polished, put together wardrobe. That's what I'm looking for today, elevated basics. Of course, I'll keep an eye out for those brands, but you guys know me, I don't really get too picky when it comes to brands. I'm looking more for the quality and the cut of the item and the longevity of the item. Before we get started, I do just want to say a quick thank you to Merit Beauty. They sent me their latest product launch to try out and I am obsessed with it. Merit Beauty's been on my radar for a while. I've tried their lipstick before and I just love that everything is very minimal. And I'm not really a big like over the top makeup person either. Can you guys tell when it comes to fashion, I'm like kind of muted, and when it comes to makeup, I'm also equally muted. One of the biggest things about this makeup launch is it's kind of like a, you can't really mess it up, and I need that in my life. I need something that I can't mess up because Lord knows I will mess up something about my beauty routine. So it was really nice to be able to test this out and I am very happy with it. I will also leave a link down below for anybody interested in Merit Beauty if you want to check it out. Link down below. Without further ado, let's go thrifting. You guys, it's that time of year. All the Halloween stuff is coming out and that is the best time to find vintage stuff. Okay, when I say I just hit the jackpot of all clothes, like they had 3 new racks that just rolled out and I just went ham. Wait till you guys see all this. Some Zarina pants. These are super expensive, so I'm so stoked for these. A Zara maxi dress that has like the little eyelet lace detail. Adorable. Got this little like mock neck with a very long line. I like that on the shoulders. And like a little Y2K detail. This is hands down, like, I scored so big. Such a good elevated basic, and it's vintage. It's the type of vintage that I always say, keep an eye out for. This top tier quality, top shelf vintage. I'm willing to give this a try. I don't know what I'm gonna style it with yet, but I would definitely put this in the category as an elevated basic.
Basically.
This is by the brand My Mom Made It, and I kind of just like the name by itself. I don't know who it is or who it's by, but I'm just seeing these types of skirts everywhere right now, so I think this is a good piece to just add as like a personal basic.
Basic meaning basic, Terry.
Let's tackle tops now. I need to find some more like sleeveless and just cute elevated basics.
Basic.
Here's a perfect example of like brand does not always matter. This is what I would imagine is probably like a Y2K, maybe late 90s labeled. It is a cashmere blend tank top. I'm gonna give that a try for sure because that's just a quality piece. You just always have to take the time to look for holes on stuff like that or like signs of wear. Like there's a little bit of pilling on that, but I think I can get that out. This literally looks like it walked right off the set of that TV show I was talking about. And it's from that brand, so check mark that.
Put your best foot forward with our employer partners. All of our career services.
So hard to think about stuff like this time of year. It's 106 degrees outside, but when you find mohair, especially vintage mohair, I can't pass this up. It's such good quality. People like actively search for this kind of stuff on the internet, so definitely grabbing these too. Just look at the sleeves on that one. So good. Always looking for a good trucker hat. Okay, I think thrifting is done. Now I have just a very tiny window that I can run through home goods and books. You know I can't leave without doing that. The quintessential 90s Vegas style right there. Pieces that I'm putting back, I'm actually gonna say no to this top. I don't think it's gonna fit me very flattering. It's not gonna be like form-fitting, so I feel like if it was more of a fitted look, I would get it. And then I picked these up on a whim. They're just Future Collective, but I feel like if you find the right collaboration with this brand, it's a winner, but I'm not really stoked about that one. So my total ended up being $79.86, and I also was able to grab a couple pieces for my store too. So I feel really good about this haul. I'm gonna get it home and cleaned up. I do have a couple pieces that need some mending, but I feel like that's just, you know, to be expected when you pick up good vintage stuff. So let's head home and get to cleaning.
One last haul in this room for good measure. And yes, I did get sick this week. Leave it to me to whenever my stress levels are elevated, my immune system is depleted. Let's go ahead and talk about what I picked up, because I think this haul hit the nail on the head. Like, everything that I was looking for, I ended up finding, and I am very proud of that. First up, this Zara dress. I absolutely love the collar line. I think there is so much that I can do with this dress. I do feel like I've been on the hunt for a good vest, and I feel like when I find the right vest to fit this, the collar like popping out with the vest will just be so cute. But I am so pumped for this dress. It's just, you know, quintessential eyelet lace beauty. She's adorable, but she definitely needs a slip-on underneath. Yes, I am wearing blue underwear. I'm such a sucker for these collars. This is what gets me all the time, never fails. I personally think this one was the best pickup as far as what I was looking for goes. This just fit who is Erin Carter so perfectly. Like, not only was the wardrobe from this specific label and other stories, it's just, oh, it's such a good cardigan. It's a mohair mix. Some people like mohair, others don't at all. This one in particular, I think this with that collar popped out. Perfect like transition piece. It's a little bit springtime colors, but I think I'm okay with that. I'm moving to the Sunshine State, so, you know, I think color palettes are out the window when you live in Florida. I just love this so much. Don't tell me this doesn't work, okay? Because this works. This one, I'm not even gonna do a try on it because it is such a delicate piece, and I needed to see if I can do a little bit of repair work. So I have an ongoing pile of clothes that are high-end vintage items that just need a little bit of TLC, a little bit of tender love and care.
TLC isn't tender love and care or totally lost cause.
I always talk about this label. Anytime you see a tag that looks like this, you know you got yourself a really good quality piece. So this one I think is worth the time and effort to see if I can revive it. It was washed and then thrown in a bag, so I'm sorry. It does need a good steam to see just how good it is. Next up are the mohair pieces. This, again, mohair is for a very particular person. Some people love it, some people hate it. I see mohair is always something that you want to layer. I can't wear it like just touching my skin. This is definitely a layer piece because mohair is a little bit rougher and coarser. I used wool light to kind of revive this a little bit and make it softer, but you just can't deny mohair. If you're ever shopping online and you see mohair, just be prepared. Be prepared for something like just slightly bit scratchier, but man oh man, is it a good layering piece. And then the other mohair piece, oh my gosh, this layered with the sleeves, you cannot deny this is so good. Most likely like a hand knit, loose knit sweater, beautiful piece. This is why people fall in love with mohair sweaters, is because of the shape on this. Like, check out the shape. It's just so good, you can't deny it. And like with the little fancy tuck, I love it. I love it so much. I don't know what was going on with me and cashmere and mohair. There's something about the knits lately, but I am just gravitating towards these because they're such high quality, and this one definitely fits that description. It's just a very high quality piece. Again, it's not a brand that I would typically gravitate towards. It's nothing that will catch your eye, but once you find out what it's made of, it's just, ooh, it's such a good quality piece. And this, because it's cashmere, sits very comfortably. Cashmere, not scratchy, mohair, scratchy. She's basic, but she's elevated. Last two pieces, I have no idea how I'm gonna style this, but I could not pass on this trucker hat, the little smiley face, everything about this. This was probably like a gas station pickup, but I mean, come on now. Could you deny this hat? I definitely could not deny this hat. Okay, in my humble opinion, with hats like this, the trick is to get your ears to stick out just a little bit. I don't know why, but it just completes the look. And then the very last piece, I actually ended up looking up this brand. My mom made it, my M-U-M, so like a very British mum. Mom. This brand does really well. I can't decide if I want to keep this for myself or not. I might put this in the store because it's very short. Get the feeling though it's going to be like a micro mini, and I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, she's definitely short. Like there's no bending over in this one. This would definitely not pass the school test if I was still in high school. Thankfully, I'm almost like 20 years removed from that, but she's pretty short. Could still do a lot with this, so I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Okay, that is it for this week's video. I think I'm gonna have one more video. I can't promise anything. I think I'm gonna have one more thrift with me here in Vegas, and then on to Florida. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yes, it's like midnight, and I have my retainer in. And this is my glorious, glorious skincare face. But I don't have another video in Vegas. So, yeah, it's like move day. And I don't have any videos. So, I appreciate you guys. And I will see you in Florida.